Other world tour. This is my second survival world that I did, and this one is a lot more impressive than the last one. I promise that. And you see, this one's created in survival, so I did not go into creative for this one at all, which is good because obviously the horses were already in this one, which was the big thing. That is the good thing. Alright, and here we are. We are in the world now. So this is kind of a little porch area. So we've got quite a bit more builds going on around here already, you can tell. A lot more branched than the last one. And we have a map on us this time too, which is good. Again, I did not explore like any of this world still, which is kind of displeasing, but that's alright. Let's see, do I have wood on me? I do. I'm gonna make a chest quick to throw all this stuff in. Don't want to have it on me right now. I should take the arrows back, I guess. I must have been working on something with stone and glass, but so you see I've got actually enchanted stuff this time as well. I did beat the end in this one with my friend Austin, but here we are. So this one I decided I'll live in a cave, and we got what's this one called? Stall. But we got even villagers in here. That guy's supposed to be a farmer, which is quite ironic. But we do have like trades with these guys, so offers glass. Okay, he wants. So I've probably been trading with these guys. We'll be able to find in my storage system here. But that's the case. I have cats. One of them's name is Chicken. But yeah, so I have cats in this world. I was supposed to do something with this, as, like make it look a little better like this one does. And in here I got little biomes for my animals. So here, I think this looks pretty neat for the sheep and cows. You know, it looks like I was supposed to, do something with the walls and ceiling here, but I think it looks pretty good because it's, supposed to be homey. Inside we got a little tree that I made with some flowers and stuff, so it's pretty nifty. Not anything crazy, but it looks pretty good. It's a little nice idea for my little cave house. And then in here we got a chicken farm, which I think this biome looks even better. You see here we got a lot of chickens laying eggs, so actually I'm going to pick up some of these and just chuck them, I guess. But I think it's pretty nifty. And a little baby. Yeah, this is what we're looking at here. I do like the way it looks in here. Again, I should have done something with the walls. I could have made it look a lot better if I did, but I'm quite content with how it is. And I think it looks pretty good. Yeah, some chickens in here. Ooh. Alrighty. And this is my favorite over here. Let's see if this works the way I want it to. Yep. So you see it's, pretty flush with the wall. It's kind of, it's not the easiest thing to see. It's pretty easy to see, but it's not the easiest thing to see. That lever. I don't have like any steak on me again. I don't know why I do that. But this is pretty cool. That's a hidden anvil. So I can use that, obviously, if I wanted to. And we'll repair this with some stone. Obviously, I would never do that, but I could do that with my diamond stuff. So there's a bed. I guess I will sleep right now because it's nighttime, so I don't really want it to be nighttime. And now this is one of my favorite parts right here. Yeah, piston doors. See how much better this world already looks than the last one? I've got piston doors here. Look pretty nice. Then I got an enchant room, and you're like, well, what good does this do? You enchant everything to level 1. Oh, level 5, I guess. Watch this. Pop up, and all of a sudden, you can enchant to level 30, just like that. Isn't that pretty nifty? And back down. I was very, very proud of that. Still one of my cooler things. I was going to make the ceiling But I think at the same time, this is the floor to the thing above, so I guess I should have gone one more block down. But I'm happy with what it is. We got more piston doors here. And then this is another room right here. So this is where I would brew. Oh wow, I've got actually quite a bit of stuff. I guess I'll grab this right now, just in case. I do have some emeralds. 11 diamond blocks. It's pretty good. I've got a good amount of stuff. I got 2 apples. Got a diamond sword that I have not even touched yet. Got a fortune 3 pickaxe. Silk touch pick, okay. So I had a pretty good amount of stuff on here, of course. So there's just the water bottles. Those are the stuff, you know, you use to brew with, and then here's some of this stuff I had. So weakness potions were huge, that's why I got the testificate zombies in my house. And then I would turn them into villagers. I've got strength potions, harming potions, night vision, which was pretty good for underwater, and you know, at nighttime, I guess. Swiftness, make you run faster. Health, and another night vision, which I don't know what's over there. It should be right there. But yeah, it's pretty big in this world on you know, doing all this stuff. I really like this design here, of the glass floor going to the fire. One thing I do wish I did is I wish I made that like all netherrack around the fire down here, like in that space there, you know, and all the walls like nether brick or something. But I might have been low on that. But I do like this design. I really like this design for lighting. So I have the fire and lava lighting up the room, which I think looked pretty good. And I've also got you know, nether wart lying around. So I've got plenty of nether wart, so I don't need to farm it. But you know, you can just do that real quick. And then you know, throw it right back there, and you know, profited 4 nether wart just like that. It's pretty nifty. Really like this design in here. Nice little rotated square, rotate by 45 degrees, so it's a diamond. But you know, it works. And then over here we got another one of these, another sliding door, which is always fun. And here we had auto smelters. So I do have more steak. I'll actually grab all of that because I'll need it. So here we got a ton of coal. That's where you throw the stuff you want cooked. So if, like, say I throw 32 cobblestone in there, see, it'll move down in here. And as a coal leaves this one, which I don't really want to watch, but as it does leave, another coal will just come in here, and you see how this leaves right away. That went down in here. So I have 2 of those. The only downfall of this is you don't get the XP from smelting, which is quite unfortunate. But you know, I have the same system right there. I never really got to decorating this room, but you know, it's a furnace room, so at the same time, it doesn't really need to be decorated. It's just you're in here for practicality. But yeah, it's pretty nifty. So the coal leaves from there. At some point, I was gonna make this coal blocks when that got added, but never really got around to it. But that's fine. Is coal, so it's just the same basically. Just a little less efficient for storage purposes, but you get the same over time. So we're back up here. Let's shut this, I guess. I thought this was pretty cool, leaving like some of the coal in here, making it just like, you know, look as much like protruded in as possible without, like, you know, taking away the structure of the cave. That's why I really like this design right here. So if you come up here, you see it's, I don't know why I have a cod up there. It's pretty funny. But you know, it looks pretty good in here. You know, I got some cobblestone walls. I'm a big believer in cobblestone walls. So that's a big reason for what I got going on here. I quite like the design. Then up this way, still the same cave, obviously. You got some decoration, a dead bush, which you can get using shears, I'm pretty sure. I don't remember if I used silk touch on that or not either. I think you can also do that. But I think that looks pretty cool. That was before all the new flowers came to the game, so these were pretty much the only 2 flowers. So I had to use cacti and a dead bush. And then here's the 4 saplings that were in the game at the time. Obviously no dark oak and no acacia yet at this point when I was playing this world. Which is quite unfortunate, because those are 2 of my favorite kinds. but we got birch, jungle, oak, and spruce, which I think look pretty good, you know, coming down from right here. This is where this led, by the way, is right down this way to here. I should have made that one higher. I don't know why I didn't, but I think it looks pretty good. And then you got a nice little window here to look out at and see the rest of the world that we'll get to tour. Then right here we got our storage system, which I really like the way this looks. I'm mad that I didn't make this like stone brick or something else. And I don't know why that isn't. I don't know why I thought the cobblestone looked good there, because I should have just pillared up with more stone, stone slabs. But we had a lot of food, so I'm actually gonna grab, you know, half a stack of that, and then half a stack of this right here. We have a lot of apples too, surprisingly. A lot of pumpkin pie we even made, something I would never make now. But we got a lot of steak. Okay, let's grab that. So this used to be just the normal fish, I think, because they didn't have cod at the time. So I guess all the normal fish, cooked fish, became cod, which is interesting. A ton of cookies. I don't know. In my first world, I thought I was gonna be done using cookies, but I guess I have cookies in here too. This is just extra food and farming. I got a good amount of dirt blocks and oak leaves. Ton of sugar cane. Ton of sugar cane. Do I have anything written in this book in quill? Oh my gosh. This is pretty funny. I'm reminiscing so hard here. We created an auto melon farm, that's right. Yields were not great, that is also true. I doubt that even works anymore. Pathway from the bridge to my house is finished. It's looking funky fresh. Horses. Okay, I got the horses and stable. Mason joined the server, big. I turned. There's cats. Austin joined the server. That's where I stopped. I'm gonna sign it. I'm gonna just title it Diary. That's pretty exciting. Forgot that was in there. Mob drops. Wow, we got a lot, and I remember why. We have a lot because we had a skeleton farm that we used. Power 4 bow sitting right there. That's pretty impressive. Armor, you know, nothing great in here. On some gold swords and stuff that probably got dropped by mobs. I don't know if I made this. I'm hoping I didn't. And then we got, you know, saplings and some wood stuff like that. And more potions, instant health, strength, swiftness, strength. We got another act. Well, see, I should have really put it all in there. I don't know what I was doing, but it's alright. It is okay. Decor blocks. Oh, I remember I went ham on ice when I got my Silk Touch pickaxe because I still haven't used it. Building blocks. Yeah, okay, that's just cobblestone and stuff. Redstone stuff. I had a lot of redstone. That's a full stack of redstone blocks. Ton of coal. There's some coal blocks. So I'm gonna grab the torches here just in case we need those. A ton of music discs, and I can tell you why. First of all, we had a lot of, you know, mob spawners we found, and second, I had I have a locked up skeleton that would shoot at creepers. So sometimes I do that, but we'd only get like a few tracks. So, and here's every color of wool at the time. So I like that. 5 more diamonds. And we got sandstone stuff. Let's head out this way. Here was supposed to be a little ice golem, or snow golem, I mean, rather, to farm snow, but I probably died, or I probably screwed that up somehow, which is fine, not too big of a deal. If we head around this way, and up the mountain, I believe. Yep, this is where our auto melon farm is. And it works when all of these are full because you can send the signal through the block of melon to the next repeater, which is pretty cool. And then what happens is this block pulls out. Like it gets powered by all this redstone here. This block gets pulled out and it drops down into the hopper below it. One issue I have with this is I should have, pretty sure, filled this like this to increase yields. My yields were never good on this, but I can kind of look back at it now and see potentially why some of them weren't good. Also, I should have just used flowing water into one hopper instead of 5 hoppers with multiple chests, but that's okay. I don't need too many melons, I guess, so it's fine. I just thought it was pretty cool, and I've got a nice little balcony here too that I can look out over some of my stuff. So that's actually the exact way we want to go now, is this way. Take some damage. I got feather falling on though, so I'll be fine. Someone just left 3 comments. Alright, well, we got people who are interesting in the stream. That's not quite what I want to be promoting, but that's alright. So we got my sugarcane farm here. Used to go all the way around, but then I realized, hey, I don't need this much sugarcane. So I still have a ton that I don't need, but it's quite fun. Oh boy, I don't know why. Well, I was gonna work on something over here, I'm pretty sure, and then I decided not to. So let's light this up because it's supposed to have something in here. So that's kind of the design I was going into, carving into a mountain to build stuff. Like here's my horse stable with a mule. Let's see, is there a way I can... Oh yeah, that's right, that's how you check the inventory, which is pretty nifty. I don't have anything in here, but so we got multiple horses, some hay bales, which I thought was a pretty cool design, and I really like the look of this, using the logs here with some stairs and keeping the mountainy, or the, yeah, I guess mountainy feel to it with the stone at the top. Not a big fan of this. I didn't terraform this well, but it looks decent nonetheless. So let's go take a trip through our sugarcane quick. And here was my first little farm that I made, you know, just for some sustenance. There's the melon farm out there again. We got pumpkins over here. I'm not so sure why, because, well, I used to make pumpkin pie, I guess, so that would be why. And here, I hear you're going to say, well, how do you build this? Because there's no water next to that sugarcane. If you actually place a block next to fully grown sugarcane, it won't destroy it. So that's how I did that for design. So I thought, you know, that looks really good to complement a corner bridge like this. Don't necessarily like what I did with this piece right here and that piece, like the diagonal pieces in there. I would have just rolled without them, but if I were to have made it today. But I think it looks pretty good nonetheless. I think it's a nice little small bridge. You know, it's pretty cute. So there's that. And then here was my huge project, which never really got finished, unfortunately. But look at how big this farm is here. And it's a nice greenhouse. You got a lot of everything in this, you know. From, like, just going through here, you can run through and, like, you know, farm this once in a while and you'll be pretty good on everything we got. This was before beetroot, too. Remember that. So we got carrots, potatoes, wheat, pumpkins, and melons, and sugarcane, which were the main things you could farm at the time anyway. So that's what I kind of rolled with. Obviously, my animal farms that I showed you weren't as big to me. I was more of a vegetarian on this world. I eat more, you know, plant-based foods at the time. And oddly enough, these aren't connected to it. I'm not so sure why. These ones are connected here. Only that one's connected. I don't even know how this one grew then. I don't know. That's interesting. But, we'll keep moving on. Let's see, is there anything else I'm missing? I'm not even on the map over here. Very interesting. I'm actually gonna go sleep quick because I don't want to have to deal with mobs while I'm showing off the world, and I want it to be bright for you guys so you can see what's going on. But I'm quite happy with what this world ended up becoming compared to my last one. This one's a lot more prepared and just better looking. Oh, and I forgot that I actually do have something over that way that I have to show you guys yet. Let's go back down here quick and sleep. This is back down by the enchanting room and all that stuff, which that's probably my favorite thing on the world, is the enchanting table with the pop-up bookshelves. I don't remember even how I made that. I should try and figure that out again. Let's see here. Check the comments. Oh boy. So let's see here. Oh, I think it was behind here. So this is how this looks. And then this, I tried hiding the lever as best I could. I wanted it to be a button, but I struggle with the buttons. But this is what it does here. So you see, that is, filled. You can't see that there's any way to go down there, because there's not. Until you hit the lever. Then there's a way to go down. And I have a dragon egg in here. Which is pretty cool. That's from the beating the end dragon, obviously. This was before it dropped its head, though, so I do not have a head of the end dragon, but that's fine. It would sit in the middle here. I was going to do something with this room, but I just think it looks pretty good with the end stone. So, I don't know. I just rolled with it. I like the way it looks. Didn't do too much with it. So yeah, close that back up. Wish I did something with that over there at some point, but... And then I got a well here. Not really any point to have the well, but I have it. That's pretty cool, I guess. I should have probably put a tripwire hook with some, like, a cauldron in there or something to make it look a little more realistic, but that's something I learned later in my Minecraft time anyway. Here is my skeleton, I'm pretty sure is in here. Yep, see, so there he is. There's my skeleton. And what I would do is I'd get a creeper stuck in here, and then I would try and get the skeleton to fire at me, and in that time, hit the creeper, which was standing right there. So, it's pretty interesting. Mason's first farm kit, there's that. That's funny. But yeah, this was my little CD track grinder, which is pretty interesting. And then here is a attempted cactus farm. I don't know how this worked, but I did like what I did with that right there. That's where I'm starting to figure out how to use stairs for depth and stuff. It's not the greatest design right there. It definitely doesn't really do much, but at some point I do think it would have looked better, and I don't quite remember. Oh, that's right. It's just right here. So 47 cactus, which is actually, not bad for how small this farm is. That's actually quite a bit of cactus. See it right there, and there should be 48 now. If it comes through. I don't know, I thought I saw it grow, but maybe not. But it's pretty, not symmetrical, which I don't know how I screwed it up like that, but maybe I didn't want it to be symmetrical at the time, which I don't know why. Oh yeah, these ones are off too. Maybe I did that on purpose. I don't even know. But it looks pretty good. Yes, here we're coming up to Mason's area, which this was gonna be like the start of his house, but he kind of just lived out of his little farmhouse down here. So this was it. He had a little moat, which is pretty nice. You got some pumpkins. This looked pretty good in here. Let's see what he had. A lot of melons. A lot of farm stuff, definitely. Check the comments again. This area is better than mine, that is true. It's because Mason built it, Mason's the goat. Benar, if he had an area in this world, it would be better than mine too. I have to show you guys that. I forgot about that. But there's also the look quick of my mountain. So there's obviously my porch area, my well, my lookout glass, and also you can see from here my watermelon farm, which is pretty nifty. Right here we've got some more farm stuff for Mason. I tried building a lighthouse up here, actually right on this mountain. So I've died here about 100 times in this world. This is the most like died place I ever have in the world, right here, because I would fall, and this was before slime blocks, and I wasn't smart enough to place water down here, so I fell to my death about 100 times here, probably. But here's a little boat area, I think. I'm not so sure. I think Mason built that. And here is the bridge. And of course, I started with the bridge out of all of my stuff in my Minecraft world. Okay, you know what, Nick? I don't want to hear it. Now I've got drowns fighting me because I had to check the comments. Oh, jeez. And I love the way that this bridge looks. This bridge looks pretty good in my opinion, and I really dig what I did with the inverted stairs going around to make it look like, you know, slowly arcs into the posts, and then the walls to come like this. Quite happy about it, and I guess this is a breathing area too. So didn't realize that, but that's pretty cool. Live under here, right here, the whole time. Clay. You can still tell there's not gravel under here. It's all sand or dirt or clay, which is pretty interesting. But I do really like the way that this bridge looks. I think it looks very, very, you know, nice. Very professional looking compared to my first bridge, which didn't have any structural support or anything. And then this pathway, which I worked on a long time, you know, it matches the flow of the bridge, except it inverts colors, which I think also looks pretty good. But it, you know, the leaves make it look pretty nice. I'm not crazy that there's not like paths to like actually exit with. But here's Austin's house. You know, that's what we got. But his area looks pretty good in my opinion. You know, he's got a nice little pond out front. Got some spruce doors here. And then, so we got his room here. He's got a dog, actually. I'll give the dog a steak, why not? He's got some potions in here, too, that I think he made up mine. Does not have a pop-up enchant table. I don't even know why we made a second one. But then this is, I helped him make this part. And right there is a little button. It opens up over here, and I was not quick enough. So let's see. There we go, I got in. See, so that's the little piston retraction system. That's pretty easy to make. You know, you just need two redstone signals going, one up here and one down there. And you can easily move the wall and the floor at the same time to make a little gap. I wish there was a greater delay on how long they stay open, but I wasn't quite sure confident how to do that. But then he's got a pool down here with some glowstone, some pretty good lighting. We have an iron golem underneath. His name is Doug. Shit, Doug. It's pretty funny, and some lights, and then we got our drain right here, which is pretty interesting. Of course, but you know, I think the design looks pretty good down here. Let's see if we can get up over here in the corners. You can. I think it just looks very, very good down here. I like the redstone lamps. And him and I designed that together. We'll give his other dog a steak too, I guess. Just like that, closes up right behind you. You have no idea that it's even there if you don't find that little button right there on the door that blends in oh so well if you're not looking for it. You see what I'm saying? Do you guys even know where it is? You got a lot of torches in here, of course, too, which is good. Always good to have your home lit up. I think at some point we wanted to add a top floor to his, but I don't think we ever got around to it. And then over this way is my sister's house, which I think also, I helped her build this mainly as well, but she really likes it. She liked the way it looked, and you're like, well, there's nothing in here. If you look very carefully, that's where it is, right here. There is another little button to go down. That one, the timing is not so good on. But here we got, you know, her chest system. She didn't have anything really, of course, because she didn't play very much. But, you know, she had some farm stuff, which was pretty cool. Not a lot of anything else. But it's pretty nifty here. Does she have anything in here? And then another way down, not piston door this time, just a normal little water stream. And here's her farm, which is pretty cool. So yeah, that's how her house ends up looking. I like this was the first time I ever built with sandstone too. So I'm quite happy about the way that this turned out. This was always such a pain. There we go, and we're out. So yeah, it's pretty nice design. No glass at all for windows. Using iron bars, you know, rich status. But that's how it was, I guess, at the time. And then if I remember correctly, I had something out this way, which was I was working on, and I wasn't confident that I was going to be able to do it, so that's why I built it so far away from the house. I thought it might just be an eyesore and look terrible. And it kind of does look terrible, because I didn't ever build on it really after I got it working. But what this is like a little ATM. So you see all the hoppers here? There's like a way to throw something in, I think. I don't quite remember. I think cobblestone might have been one of them. See, so now I turned on that, and there it is. I got a minecart. And then once you're done, you press that, minecart goes back. I also think dirt was one of them, so I'm actually going to go get a piece of dirt quick. Quite proud of this system. Oh, no, I do not want to drop the bow. And then we drop it. It does turn something on, and now a different minecart comes back. And see, this one had iron in it. So that's how you can tell that they were different, is they had different iron counts. One didn't have iron, and one of them did, which is pretty cool. And then I guess it gets dispensed back out right over here. It's been a long time since I've been on this world, so I'm a little rusty. But this is pretty much how it works. You know, you got redstone signals here. These are off, and then like this is a redstone torch tower, and then they get shut off. And when right now they're shut off because this is on, but slowly. Let me see here. Let me see if I can see into one of these hoppers. I don't know if I can. But what happens is this redstone torch gets turned off. That one gets turned on, which turns on this one. The redstone up on top there, you can't really see it. Oh, there we go. I've got a item frame for which rail is the cobblestone one. And then we have, so that's how the certain rails are for certain blocks. So I think this one, see, is this one the dirt one? No, this was a golden chest plate, so I don't even know what that one was. This one is the cobblestone one, so this one will have nothing in it. And I fell down here. Nifty, nifty, nifty. Throw that back there. Well, anyway, that's how this works. So then the redstone that gets turned on over here turns that torch off, which turns this off, which means that this one goes on, and then this one goes on, powering this, which is on a powered rail here, to send the minecart that way. And that is how it works, which then this powers, the activator rail powers through this redstone down here, which is, oh, oak planks must have been how to open that one then. Which, I don't have any oak wood on me, but we'll see if I can go over on this side and take a look. I'm not so sure. Well, anyway, that is how that works, which I'm very, very proud of, but I never made it into a bank. It was supposed to be a bank, and then the cobblestone was supposed to be for like Austin or Mason. Like there was three things because of Austin, Mason, and me. So there was three people, so three people could grab stuff. Husk can get away from me. But that was pretty cool. That was one of my higher level redstone designs. It's not great. It's not, well, it's not even functional really because I don't have anything built up to be a bank. But that was the point of it, was going to be a bank. So that would have been like the vault area is the redstone stuff, so no one would even have to look at that. Now going back this way. So I showed you that. Alright, we gotta work this way now. Obviously, I have a lot of cactus. That's how I used to get my cactus before I made that cactus farm. That's my first ever cactus farm, by the way. I'm not sure if it even works anymore, either with the way it's set up, but another bridge, of course. Don't act like you're surprised, because you shouldn't be. This is where I think my cousin died or something, and I built a grave for him. So I think he stopped playing after he died. But here's another bridge, you know, kind of similar design, using some cobblestone walls. But I think this design looks very good as well. It looks much smaller than the other bridge and cheaper, of course, but all the same, still pretty nice. Obviously, the only two flowers we had in the game again. Not great. And then this is when I started getting much better at building. Much better. So here I got a staircase into a new chest room. And this chest room looks a million times better than my other one. Like, look at how good this looks. I'm so happy with this chest design. I'm actually going to take a screenshot of it real quick. Because, like, look at how nice this looks. Now, this is actually 4 blocks right in here. You see I'm tracing the outlines of them. And then we got stairs, 4 stairs working that way, like that. And then I'm not sure, I didn't really end up getting too big into the storage, like putting stuff in here actually. Because I just never really got around to it because I was kind of close to being done playing on this world. Oh, mushrooms too though, a ton of that. And I know why I have a ton of that. It's a farm down that way. But it's quite an interesting development. Here I've got a lot of, so and these are like segmented off. So this is like, you know, nature, like planting stuff is what this is. And this would be probably nether stuff, which it is, netherrack and all that. This will be like dirt, cobblestone, sand, yep, gravel. There it is. This will be farming, so wheat, carrots, watermelons, pumpkins. Oh, potatoes. Okay. Redstone stuff. I have a lot of redstone. There's a lot more of my redstone. This one is supposed to, I guess, be slabs and stairs, probably, which it does look like it is. And then this will be more wood and coal, I would assume. Oh, pumpkins. Okay, this one is a little random. A set of 4 right here. This will be mob drops. Like, look at how many bones and stuff I had. Holy shit. It's a ton of arrows. Ton of rotten flesh. We got paper, and this kind of look like miscellaneous over here. Paintings. Oh, a bunch of mob stuff, but I think I was making this all getting ready for the addition of armor stands, which is one of my favorite things to use. There's gonna be more mob drops. I think I'd slime in there. Yep. And food, I guess. So. It's a pretty good looking build though. I like the use of redstone lamps in a symmetric pattern on the ground, as well as these right here with the exposed spruce blocks to kind of frame the whole thing, and then the use of depth right here. Like, you know, you can look at it and it's got layers of depth to it. So here you can see the side of a block still, but the block is it looks like it's a thin block right here, but it's actually 2 stairs, like upward and downward connected to each other, which is very, you know, high end for where I was at the time. That was the start of my building prowess, I would say, which isn't my favorite thing to do. And then I continue down here, and again using stairs for more depth purposes. Here you can see the side of a clay block, which is quite interesting indeed. I really like the use of cobblestone actually here. Not. This was before you could dig paths on grass too, by the way, guys. So I like to dig paths usually, but I couldn't at the time here. So I like the way that this looks. These lead into the spruce wood here, and you know, just the color of the purple. I really like the color of the purple. So we'll go around this way. The only thing I would change is how this looks. This wall right here. Not crazy about it, and I wish I would have, instead of making this square, curved this up like that. But you know, it's okay. Here we got more of the purple. This was a squid container, but I think my squid either despawned or died. I'm not even so sure, but it's interesting. My idea here was I'm going to use glass, clay, and quartz, because that's kind of the colors of the squid. Is the black, a darkish purplish blue, white, and then there's the ceiling, and you know, glass, so I could just look downward and see into him and see my squid. I even name tagged him, I think, and I think he died in the glass or something. I'm not so sure how that happened again, but it's unfortunate. But I really, really like the look of this design here for a farm, and I liked it so much that I continued it for the mushrooms. So you see, here you got the gray, which is the stone slab. You got the red, which is the red clay, and the black from the eyes is that, and we got stone bricks behind it. And I think this looks like a very professional type of build for something that looks pretty good in my opinion. I think that it's not too much color going on, but the color accentuates the mob, which I'm very, very happy about. I have a lead there. That's probably because I think the Mushroom Island was over that way somewhere over here. So that's why I had to use a lead to bring two of these guys over and then start breeding them. But I do think that this looks very, very, you know, nice and professional. And I was planning on doing that all the way around the island with, you know, all the mobs, and then slowly taking away the mob cages I had in my house. Later we continued. Actually, here I have a minecart rail that I want to show you. Let me see if I had what I had going on over this way quick, though, because I don't quite remember if I had stuff going on over here. Oh, actually, yeah, I know what I had going on over here. So let me check the comments quick. Why have you won Kishker? I don't know what you're saying. But here's a nice looking. My fault. But then this I was also pretty happy about. So here, I'll step off, and a minecart pops up. And then I roll forward, and here we go. We're going pretty fast in the mine. Pretty, you know, this took a long time to mine out, but you know, it goes pretty fast. Right here, I start to slow down a bit because I didn't do any powered rails for a while, but it goes, you know, pretty quickly, and I'm covering a large amount of blocks. I should actually hold the map out next time and track the miles I go. But then here, you know, just exit that and mine it, and you can keep it in your inventory. And then this is where we get to my mob grinder, which I think, you know, I made this design here for the room, and I think it looks pretty good. And here we got, you know, some trapdoors, and there's a skeleton spawner in there. And we spent a lot of time here. And this was back in the world when, you know, you used to have to, what's it called? Use 30 levels for 30. If you were at level 30 and you enchanted with level 30, you'd go all the way back down to 0. So with all my diamond armor and stuff, this being before, you know, it took only 3 levels and 3 lapis. It was back when you didn't use lapis for enchanting, and rather you just enchanted and used all your levels. It was pretty pivotal to have a good mob grinder, which I'm not sure if it's still very good, but at the time, it was great for me. I got multiple level 30 enchants out of here so, you know, getting to level 120 is huge. But I really like the design of this. You know, it looks cozy without being great, and it looks, I also like this form of lighting here. Like you don't see any lighting in here. And it's dark over here, because it has to be, of course, for the mobs to spawn. But, it's because you have redstone lamps under the cobblestone walls, and the walls, you know, make the floor look like cracked open and, you know, broken a bit, and same with the ceiling. But in reality, you know, it's actually a pretty good design for, you know, lighting up the area without, like, having to see the lighting, and the same in the walls here. Got some of those. And this is where, you know, I'm starting to learn a lot about depth by using walls and, okay, so I guess this does probably work pretty well. Yeah, that was the one downfall, is you would get shot. Quite a bit actually. But, you know, there again, got quite a bit of stuff going on in here, and it's, pretty good. Spawn area. You get quite a bit of XP down here, and that's what I used to use this for all the time, was getting XP. I got some mossy cobblestone. I added this after getting back from the stronghold. Looks way better than, I don't know why I thought those looked good. But, like the mossy stone brick looks very good. Alright, let's hold this out. Let's see how fast we're going. Hey, look at how fast you travel. Actually, and we're on the slower part right now. You're still traveling really fast. We're traveling a long distance. We've already traveled over 300 blocks in this direction. Still got a ways to go. I think that's where I actually got my 500 meters in one distance. In one direction, rather. I don't know why that one's not lit up, but which is also another nice thing is you see this right here? Impossible to take damage from the cactus with that slab on top, but the minecarts fill up in here. And now I'm going to have to take that out so we don't accidentally dispense a torch the next time we want to take the minecart. And then I guess we just got the last thing on top of the mountain, which is also a pretty fun thing. I don't really have a path up there, which I regret. I would have built one if I could redo the world. Well, not redo the world, I would not want to do that in general. That's a lot of time. But if I was still playing on this world, I would definitely add one, because it's kind of just a pain to have to jump up here all the time. But this right here is just a small, very small like house area with you saw the redstone there. Just gonna look at it, and we got some mushrooms up here. I don't remember. Oh, this was supposed to be like the firework launcher area. I got some mushrooms in those, which is quite funny. I don't know what my tick was with the mushrooms at the time, but and we got a little viewing desk. And if you actually, this was up on my YouTube channel 2 or 3 years ago, I think, on the 4th of July. These had a ton of fireworks in them. So, to start them, you just go like that, and all of a sudden you got yourself a redstone clock, and that is shooting fireworks off. Same thing here, and so you see these are timed differently with different amount of repeaters. Let me turn this one on as well. So you see we got 3 different timer clocks shooting fireworks up in the air. So it's actually pretty fun to be able to sit down and watch all the fireworks going just like this. We sit over here, we wait until nighttime. This is pretty well lit up here. We just sat here and watched them. And that was pretty fun for 4th of July on the world. So I'm going to actually shut this off now because I don't want to leg up the world. So there, just like that, I killed the circuits, and we're back over here, and it was a lot of fun. It's definitely a lot of fun. One thing I don't have in any of my worlds is Elytra, because I have not beat the End Dragon since Elytra got added. But that'll be something I hope to do in the current world I'm working on, which you guys will actually be seeing pretty soon. After, I think I've got one more world tour I'm going to do after this one. This is my second survival world. So my next one's a little bit better than this one in some ways, but also a little bit worse, because this one is the one I put the most time into. And definitely very happy about how, like, overall the whole area looks. I like that quite a bit. I like my house. I like that bridge. I definitely like these little tiny rooms in my mountain over here. Like this one. This one is definitely my favorite build. Like favorite looking build for sure. So that'll be the video though, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for watching. And if you really liked it, leave a like on the video. That would be greatly appreciated. And if you want to see more content like this, consider subscribing. Thank you, guys.